Hello crochet friends, welcome back. We're working on our table runner. We ended last time with row 3 and I'm going to turn my work. This is the beginning of row 4 and this is also bulk day. So let me explain bulk day. Bulk day is I'm going to show you the section that you need to repeat throughout the whole length of your work. Because it's a table runner and this is something that is going to be personalized. In other words, your table is different than my table, it's different than the next person's table. So you make it the length that you would like. I'm going to show you what sections need to be repeated and you just keep going until you're happy with where you want to end, okay? And then what we'll do is when we meet up next time, we will fasten off this portion of our project and we will work a border around our whole project, okay? All right, so this, like I said, is row 4, and row 4 is going to be a repeat of row 2. We will be repeating row 2 and 3 the whole way through. So when you are on an even row, like 4, 6, 8, 10, you'll be crocheting row 2. When you're on an odd row, 5, 7, 9, 11, and so on, you'll be crocheting row 3. Okay, so it's going to coordinate back and forth like that. If you want to write it down to keep track of what row you're on. Also, you know that, well, this is the wrong side, right? Because my tail is over here, so the wrong side of my work. This is an odd row. So I'm on row, no, this is an even row. I'm sorry, this is even row. I'm on row 4. So that means I'm crocheting row 2 directions. Okay, so row 2 directions for row 4 will be chain 3, right? 1 and 2 and 3, just like we had done before. So we will chain 3 and we will do 3 double crochets, the little clusters in each of the spaces going across, until we end with a double crochet in that last chain space there, right? Do you remember that? So I chained 3. I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to go into my first cluster space and I'm going to give it a double crochet, just like you've been doing the whole time. First double crochet. I'm going to yarn over, I'm going to go right back in and give it its second double crochet. 2. Yarn over, go right back in for the third double crochet. Okay, and then we go across. So 3 double crochets in the next cluster space. How are you doing with double crochets? Is everybody okay with those? Now that we're going to be set free, I just want to make sure that everyone is clear on how to do the double crochet. And you're working it up nicely. It's got a good height on it. They're all pretty the same. I mean, they should be all about the same size, right? This is 2 and this is 3. Okay, and this is, like I said, row 4 of our work, and row 4 will be worked as row 2 because it's an even number. Okay, that is the best way that I can remember it myself and explain it. And just, you know, it's okay. Take your time with it. If you have to write the whole thing out, do that. But, you know, it's not hard. We can do this. I know you can do this. I know that if we walk through it together, it will make sense. I'm a visual. I've said it before. I'm a visual person. I need to see how it works. Show me how it works. Some people can just read the directions and be like, oh yeah, I got that. I've got it visualized in my head. Like I can see how it's going. We're not all that way. And so this is part of the purpose of working together on this channel like this, is sometimes if you can just take the directions and see how it's being worked up, then it clicks, right? So, I mean, everybody's different. Everybody learns different. So I really try hard to make it so it's suitable for a lot of people. You know, I have the written directions on there and I'm showing you how to do it and we're talking through it. So whichever way you learn, I'm hoping I'm covering the bases for you. We're really trying, right? It's a hobby, and if it's something you want to learn, it takes time. It always takes time. So just work your way through it. So this is row 2 repeat for 4. Okay, there's 3. And now I'm going on to my next one, okay? So keep doing these across until you get to your last little space there, and we'll work at the end, and then we will turn our work and we'll work row 5. I'm a row ahead of myself, aren't I? We'll work row 5. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm on my last little set here of 3 double crochets, and this is row 4. We're doing the pattern for row 2. Okay, so then we have that chain space at the end, right? And that's where we just give it the 1 double crochet. So you enter the chain space and you give it a double crochet. Just like that. And then turn your work. And now this is row 5. Because it's an odd number, we crochet it as row 3. So we chain 3, chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, right? We'll double crochet in that first space right there. Here's our cluster. We're in the space. That gets a double crochet. So we're following the directions of row 3, but we're crocheting row 5. And now we'll do the 3 double crochets in each cluster space across. So 1 and 2 and 3. And we're going to do this until we get to that last little space at the end, right there. And we will do our 2 double crochets, right? So we're repeating ourselves for row 3, but we are currently on row 5. I'm trying not to confuse you with that. Just want to make sure that everybody knows what we are doing here. Okay, we are doing 3 double crochets in each cluster space. So we are making our clusters for the next row, right? Okay, this is wonderful. I love the bulk. This is going to be beautiful. So when I leave you with these today, you just keep going to the length that you want, okay? So that's why we call it bulk day. So I set you up. We know that we're repeating 2 and 3 the whole way until you like the length of your table runner, okay? So it's 1 and 2 and 3. And if you notice that this is an odd row, so this means that we'll have 18 of these 3 double crochet clusters. And when you do the even rows, you have 19 of them. And it's just the way it works up. You know, it's just the way we do the little end parts and the way it works up. But you'll notice that it's alternating each time. So don't be alarmed if you think, oh, well, I did 1 cluster too many, or, you know, or too few. I didn't do enough. So just remember that you'll have 19 of them on the even rows and then 18 of them on the odd rows, okay? So we're doing great here. So keep going with your clusters until we get to the end. Here we go. Okay, I can see the clusters of my next color coming in. It's like a rust color, so that's exciting. I like that. Okay, this is row 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, this is row 5, so we are in odd. We're working row 3, and we are at the end here. We've done our last little cluster. Remember, we have that space. So row 3 says we're putting 2 double crochets in that last little chain. Okay, so don't forget that. It's just 2, right? 1 and 2. And that, just like before, just makes your edge work up correctly, okay? So we would turn our work, and this is row 6. it's an even, so I would proceed with row 2 pattern, okay? So we're gonna just keep doing that the whole way. So we're moving right along. It's pretty, I love it. I like that it's got the little airiness and everything, but yet it's fairly easy and quick to work up. Just double check that your clusters all have 3 double crochets in them, right? So this last one, it had 18, right? 18 clusters because it was row 3 repeat. Now this one that you'll work on next will have 19, okay? So just keep going with that. Do the bulk of the work, the big portion of it. And then we'll meet up. We'll fasten everything off together and we'll work on our edging. All right. I will see you then. Thank you and have a joyful day.